I'm sure everyone here loves cute little animals and watching cute little animal videos, and we can't deny how adorable little bunnies and rabbits and things like that are. But imagine that cute little bunny wrapped up in a woolen sock, not able to move, with its eyes pinned open for 3 days, just to make sure that our shampoo doesn't damage our eyes. Animal testing is abusive and immoral because they don't have a choice, and it's proven that there are alternatives to animal testing that are more accurate and more cost-effective. According to DoSomething.org, there are over 26 million animals that are tested each year. And animals can't consent to experimentations like humans can. There was a case in Louisiana where monkeys were so psychologically damaged from experimentation that they actually began to self-mutilate themselves. They self-mutilated themselves and started ripping their skin off. And 95% of animals aren't protected under the Animal Welfare Act. And science has proven that there are other alternatives that work better. It seems like, since we need to have a way to make sure things are safe for humans, that animals are a good way to do that. But science has proven that cells could be a better alternative. Planet Science says that cell research is a much better alternative because scientists can use human cells to culture and test how drugs work. They can use synthetic skin to see how drugs travel through the body, and they can just make sure that it reacts to the human cells in a better way. And in Europe, it is the largest market for cosmetics, and they've banned animal testing along with India and Israel. Traditional testing of animals per chemical can take up to 5 years and cost millions of dollars, whereas alternatives can be tested within a week and be half of that price. And they're also more reliable. People argue that with animal testing, science wouldn't have made some of the great advances in information on things like cancer, childhood leukemia, or advances in the development of pacemakers and things like aesthetics without the use of animal testing. But nothing has been proven that without using animals that we wouldn't have made these advances using other alternatives. And while that also may not have been proven, it also seems like, since monkeys and mice are almost 100% similar to humans, that they're a good example to use to test and make sure things are safe. But 92% of experimental drugs that are safe and effective on animals fail in human trials because they're too dangerous or they don't work, according to Procon.org. Investigators have concluded that animal testing is highly beneficial scientifically but not medically. An example, thalidomide is a prime example of the inaccuracy of testing on animals, according to Planet Science. In the 1950s, the drug thalidomide came out as an aid for sleeping. And later on, over 10,000 babies were born with deformities because of the drug. When they did the experimentation on guinea pigs, mice, rats, cats, the babies weren't affected unless they were given an extremely high dosage. But it didn't affect the animals, and it affected humans. Animal testing is inhumane because the animals cannot agree to be tested on. Animal testing isn't even as accurate, so animals are being harmed for no reason. And science is using mass amounts of money to pay for the testing that would be even more accurate for a cheaper amount. In 2009, according to Neves.org, the study of the U.S. and the UK showed that 87% of studies failed to randomize animal selection, 86% did not use blinding, which is a technique used for testing, and 59% stated the hypothesis and the objective for the studies. These numbers show that experimenting is flawed, and the numbers are too high to not try to find a cheaper alternative that's more beneficial. And most importantly, if we use other things that are more cost-effective, we would keep useless experimental harm away from these animals. Thank you.